Right now, you can walk to a tap, turn a handle, and clean water appears. Your ancient ancestor had none of that. No pipes, no bottles, no filters, gels, no, just a planet full of water that could kill you. Rivers carrying parasites, stagnant pools breeding disease, streams contaminated by dead animals upstream. Every single drink was a gamble. And yet our ancestors survived for millions of years. So what did they actually drink? The answer is stranger and more fascinating than anything you would expect. The obvious answer is water. But ancient water was nothing like what comes from your tap. Early humans lived in sub-Saharan Africa. Water sources were shared with every dangerous animal on the savannah. Crocodiles, hippos, lions waiting at water holes. Getting water was genuinely life-threatening. So our ancestors developed strategies. They learned to read water. Moving water is safer than still water. Water where animals drink downstream is safer than upstream. Water near certain plants is more likely to be clean. This knowledge was not written down. It was passed person to person across hundreds of generations. But here is something remarkable. Ancient humans also had a biological advantage modern humans have largely lost. Their gut microbiome, the community of bacteria living in their digestive system, was dramatically more diverse than ours today. Research published in Science in 2021 analyzing ancient dental plaque found that our ancestors could process contaminated water sources that would make a modern human violently ill. Their bodies were adapted to the water available, not the other way around. Here is the fact that will genuinely shock you. Ancient humans discovered alcohol approximately 10,000 years ago, before writing, before metal tools, before organized civilization. And some researchers believe the desire for alcohol may have actually driven the invention of farming itself. Archaeologist Patrick McGovern at the University of Pennsylvania, one of the world's leading experts on ancient fermented beverages, discovered chemical evidence of fermented drinks in pottery vessels dating back 9,000 years in China. A mixture of rice, honey, and wild fruit, deliberately fermented. But why would ancient humans seek out alcohol? Because fermentation does something critical. It kills dangerous bacteria in liquids. Before our ancestors understood microbiology, they discovered through experience that fermented liquids made them feel better and made them less sick than contaminated water. Alcohol was not just pleasure, it was medicine. It was safer drinking water in disguise. Here is something that surprises most people. Ancient humans in certain regions drank blood regularly. The Maasai people of East Africa, whose lifestyle most closely resembles ancient pastoralist humans, traditionally drink a mixture of cow blood and milk as a nutritional staple. Blood is extraordinarily nutrient-dense, rich in protein, iron, and essential minerals. For hunter-gatherers who had just made a kill, drinking blood from a fresh animal was immediate high-density nutrition. And milk. Here's a biological fact almost nobody knows. The vast majority of early humans were lactose intolerant. The genetic mutation allowing adults to digest milk, lactase persistence, only appeared approximately 7,500 years ago in Europe. Before that mutation spread, most adult humans could not drink animal milk without becoming ill, meaning for most of human history, milk was only for infants. Ancient humans were extraordinarily skilled at extracting liquid from plants. Certain roots, when chewed, release significant amounts of clean liquid. The sand bushmen of the Kalahari Desert, studied extensively by anthropologist Louis Liebenberg, demonstrated knowledge of dozens of plants that could be used as emergency water sources in environments where no visible water existed. They extracted liquid from sama melons, bivalves, and specific tree roots by digging them up and squeezing them. In environments where surface water disappeared entirely during dry seasons, this plant knowledge was the difference between life and death. Ancient humans also consumed tree sap. Birch sap in particular, consumed by ancient Europeans, is rich in sugars, vitamins, and minerals. Evidence of birch sap collection has been found at archaeological sites dating back over 40,000 years, long before anyone imagined that maple syrup or coconut water was healthy. Our ancestors already knew that tree liquid was good for the body. Here is what is truly remarkable about all of this. Ancient humans had no science, no chemistry, no microbiology. And yet they figured out that moving water is safer than still water, that fermented liquids are safer than contaminated ones, that certain plants store drinkable liquid underground, that blood provides immediate essential nutrition after a kill, that tree sap contains energy and minerals. Every single one of these discoveries required observation, testing, memory, and the ability to pass knowledge between generations. Archaeologist Marlies Lombard at the University of Johannesburg studied the cognitive abilities of ancient humans extensively. Her conclusion was clear. Ancient humans were not primitive thinkers stumbling through trial and error. They were systematic investigators of their environment, building a body of knowledge about the natural world that kept them alive for millions of years, without laboratories, without books, without the internet, just observation, memory, and the ability to share what they learned. So what did ancient humans actually drink? Carefully selected water from moving sources, fermented beverages that killed bacteria and tasted extraordinary, blood rich in nutrients after a successful hunt, liquid extracted from plants in environments where no water existed, and tree sap collected from forests across the ancient world. Not random, not desperate, intelligent, systematic, brilliantly adapted. Every time you drink a glass of water today, you are benefiting from millions of years of accumulated human knowledge about how to stay alive on a planet that was never designed to be easy. Your ancestors figured it out, with nothing but their senses, their memory, and each other. Share this with someone who thinks ancient humans were primitive. Subscribe to Thinkara. Next week we go even deeper into ancient human life. See you there.